They say our 20s are about finding ourselves, but why does it feel like it's about losing yourself and then trying to piece the puzzle back together before you hit 30? So I'll be turning 30 in about 6 months. And so I've been reflecting on my 20s, and I just wanted to start sharing some things that I've been learning surviving my 20s. These are in no particular order, it's just like whatever came to my mind first. The first thing that I thought about is people pleasing. I am an ex people pleaser, and when it comes to people pleasing, I had to ask myself, where did that even start at? Like, where does that come from? And for me, I realized that I've always just wanted to feel something. I wanted to feel love. And people pleasing can come from, well, you can find yourself people pleasing in friendships, relationships with men or women, your family, and a lot of times it derives from us being younger and trying to please our parents or whatever. And so for me, I come from a family that's not very affectionate. Like, I am the only one in my family that's over emotional. I'm very sensitive. I love physical touch. I love hugs. I love words of affirmation. And so being older, I found myself giving what I wanted to receive, right? And so oftentimes, I think for me, my people pleasing looked like overextending myself. And people pleasing does not make people love you more. It doesn't make them love you deeper. It doesn't make people respect you. And it doesn't make people like you more or anything like that. And so, especially with men, I always found myself wanting to appear to be this solid girl, and I'm gonna come through for you whenever you hit me up. I'm always there, just wanting to be known as the one that always gonna come through for you. Like, and although I am naturally like caring and compassionate and I want to make people happy, it's really overextending myself to try to make you perceive me in some type of way. And finding my identity in Christ and just realizing who I already am, who God already says that I am, it really helped me realize, like, I don't have to prove a point to you. Like, either you see it or you don't. Because the people that are meant to be in your life, the people that are meant to have access to you, they're gonna already see that without you doing anything. There's times you meet people, me personally, I'll meet people and off rip, they just say like, it's something about your spirit. Like, I just love your spirit. I don't even have to do anything for them to like me or for them to want me to be around them. They naturally can see it. And so just learning, like, I don't have to overextend myself for you, and finding validation in myself. Like, I don't seek validation anymore. I validate myself. I know who I am, right? And also just practicing self-love and knowing my worth, because I think the people pleasing can also come from not loving yourself and not respecting yourself. You find yourself saying yes when you want to say no, or even maybe doing things that you really necessarily wouldn't normally do, right? And so it's just knowing who I am, loving myself, focusing on me, and not worried about how other people are perceiving me, or showing up for people who don't even deserve to have access to me in the first place. Now, my next one is really dear to my heart. It is having someone who can pour into you. Like, everyone needs someone, and we live in a society where people love to say, I don't need nobody, like, I got myself, or it's just me and God. And it's like, okay, cool, but no. I feel like you don't know what you need until God gives it to you, right? So all of my life, like I said, one of my love languages is words of affirmation. So I pour into other people all the time. I love to encourage. I feel like that's also one of my gifts that God given me. But I love to pour into other people because I also want to receive that, right? And so connecting with someone, shout out to Ree, I do these one-on-one calls, and so I connected with someone on TikTok back in August, and I'm 29, and I connected with her in August. So this is the first time in my life that I met someone who could genuinely pour in me, and not just pour into me, but pour into me from a Christ-like place. Like, having people in your life who, I hope y'all believe in Jesus, because he is so good, but I believe in Jesus, and having someone who is Christ-centered pour into me and always remind me of who I am and bring me back to God whenever I'm feeling away has been so life-changing and so important. And I didn't know how much I needed someone that's like me until I had it. And also, I found a community here in Atlanta of connecting with other believers, right? And meeting other people, like destiny helpers that I didn't even know that I needed, that could pour into me and encourage me, and I could cry to them and they pour into me and give me these words of encouragement and reminding me of who Jesus is and who Jesus says that I am, has been just such a great feeling. And I am so grateful to have community and have people around me now who can pour into me. It's really hard pouring into others and not receiving it back. And I always was the type who, I'm the one that people come to when they need to be encouraged, but I didn't have anyone to go to. And so I always isolated myself when I felt like my cup wasn't full. I would isolate myself. I didn't talk to people. I would just not text people back because I felt like I couldn't show up as my best self. So I would isolate myself because I had to fill my own cup back up with the help of God, because I had no one who could pour into me. And you know, of course, people encourage you and they will pour into you, but it's always like kind of surface level. It's not really, not saying meaningful, but it's just like, okay, yeah, I know. But it hit different when it's people who are Christ-centered and they want to see you win and they care about your future and they see who you are as well. And it's not them giving you validation. It's just them truly caring about you and wanting to see you win and celebrate your wins. It's just such a different feeling. And so those are two things that I've been learning. Just people pleasing or overextending yourself does not make people love you deeper, respect you more, or like you more. And you need someone who can pour into you. Everybody needs someone. And yeah. So those are just two things that I've been learning. I will be calling you back to chat about some more things that I've been learning surviving my 20s. So I hope to see you again, girl. Subscribe and come back. Can't wait to talk to you again. Bye.